Today, I'll show you an accelerated version of how you can paint this hummingbird in watercolor. I'll use French ultramarine blue, burnt umber, Winsor blue, Winsor lemon, and scarlet lake. If you'd like to see the traceable drawing and the full materials list, they're found in the tutorial inside our watercolor school. And now let's move into this painting. I like to begin my paintings with the eye because that establishes the personality, the character of the subject. And when I get that eye in place or near completion, it gives me confidence as I move through the painting. When creating a subject like this that contains complex patterns, lots of lines and shapes, I find it helpful to begin with a map of where those lines and shapes will be. I'm using pale gray here. After this map of lines and shapes is in place, it will serve as a helpful guide as we start to go darker and develop colors. Take your time and enjoy the process. We next move into the first pale layers of color. This is yellow. It's going anywhere that will eventually be green or red. Here in the wing, I'm establishing the beginnings of where the darkest part will be in each shape. I lay in a layer of color and then soften the edge of the color so that the darker gray, in this case, fades into the white of the paper. This is the beginnings of where a shadow will be. Apply a thin layer of color. Soften the edge so that the color fades into the white. We're still thinking about those first thin layers of color. And here I'm laying in the first layer of green, a pale green. I use a mix of blue and yellow. Here's the first layer of red, keeping it really pale, and it's not going to look right at first. But we've got more layers coming. This part of the body is going to be white, and I'm creating thin, gray feather markings. If you're thinking, I'd love to see this in real time, you can find the full step-by-step tutorial in our watercolor school. The links are in the description. We've got a pale map of colors in place everywhere. And next, we'll focus on what will be the darker parts. And this is where it may look a bit uncomfortable for a while because what I'm doing here is laying in the darkest parts of these small shapes. And it's looking sloppy and unbalanced because all we're seeing are the very dark and very light values. But trust the process. Layer by layer, it will come together. You will find that you need to revisit the same areas more than once. Here, I'm coming back to this wing, taking those darkest parts even darker. Then I begin to think about midtones, taking part of each shape a little darker and softening into the lightest part of the shape. Finally, apply a thin layer of color over the entire wing that will slightly smooth and unify everything. It's time to start bringing things together. I'm thinking about midtones, applying a slightly darker color within each shape. First in the green areas, and here where it's going to be red. What I'm doing is within each shape, I'm laying in a slightly darker color. It's not the darkest, but it's not the lightest. I'm leaving room for the lightest parts. I often apply a layer of yellow before going in with red, and that's what I'm doing here. It helps to create a rich, vibrant red. And when it's dry, we'll apply a layer of red to unify, to take everything darker in the throat. And here I'm applying a thin layer of green. This slightly smooths and it unifies all of those different values and shapes as it takes everything darker. Layer by layer, everything comes together. I'm moving into final refinements, laying in tiny feather markings in areas that appear empty of texture, making final refinements to the eye. I'm reinforcing that shadow area, taking it darker with another thin layer of gray. If you feel that things are appearing a bit disjointed, a little rough, gently smoothing with plain water and your slightly damp brush does wonders. Painting realistic animals and birds does not have to be overwhelming. When you follow the step-by-step process, you really can do this. If you'd like to paint this hummingbird along with me in real time, I invite you to explore our watercolor membership. You can find the link in the description, as well as links to taster tutorials to see if you enjoy this style of painting. You can do this. Thanks for watching.